My name is Brad Miller. I'm one of the leaders of this training here. Actually, let's see here. Yeah, Denise, are we on record? Yes, we are on record. I'm one of the leaders that'll be helping out with the training series. Very honored to be here. If you guys have done these in the past, you guys know the drill. That's why you're here. But if you are new, would you guys drop me a 1 in the chat if you're a newer coach in this last little bit and this is your first training series, this first coffee and consistency series? Oh my gosh. Welcome to the family. Oh my gosh. We're so excited for what's ahead and excited to kick off today. This call is going to be a little bit shorter and a little bit more relaxed because we're setting the tone for the next 6 weeks ahead. So welcome to week 1 of April Coffee and Consistency. The trainings on Saturday will kind of be the hub of it, but actually the group and committing to the group and daily action will be the difference maker. Before I kick off, I want to introduce my co-host here. So I got Presidential Director Susan LaBelle. Are you here?
Good morning, everybody. I'm here.
Ready to rock. All right. Integrated Business Leader Dawn Chow, are you here?
I'm here, Brad.
All righty. Okay. And if you guys aren't already on speaker view, so you can see the main person talking, go ahead and click the top right-hand corner. So we're set up here. How many people are we at today? 300 people still tuning in. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's kick into today. First of all, so we're just going to kind of slow roll into today. Hope you guys are doing well. Grab that coffee. But first, we got to say a big congrats to everyone. Phenomenal month. Biggest month we've ever had. It's not a surprise. We actually did a training similar to what we're going to do over the next 6 weeks in February. And what we always see is the people that invest into themselves and growing into what we are going to do over these next 6 weeks, they see the results during that month, but they see the biggest wins the month after, a la the month of March that we are having right now. So congratulations, 40 plus new senior coaches and above, and more than half of them have already reached manager or associate director. So starting strong, 10 plus new executive directors so far. Go ahead and, by the way, if you're the coach of that coach, brag on them in the chat, or if that's you, brag on yourself in the chat. It's okay to give yourself the self five. Totally all about the self fives. Lots of new FIBCs, fun ranks in between. Shout out to April, new global third month qualifies. Shout out to Tier and Tiros, third month integrated national. And we have lots more coming along the way. And most of all, guys, the most lives we've ever changed. And that's what this is really about. And that's what we're going to be talking about this next season. So by the way, congrats to everyone that just came back from the cruise. We had a great time. Congrats to those that didn't earn the cruise, but their business still grew and you can go buy your own cruise. A few people did or went on their own vacations. It's all good. And all the people that are here, because we're going to do another trip next year, we want all of you with us. So actually drop me a 2 in the chat if you want to join us on the trip next year, because what you do in this season ahead will set you up for that. So anyways, oh my gosh, the chat's blowing up. Man, nothing gets me. I'm really excited. If you guys can't tell, I'm really excited today. Like, we do these. This is probably our 6th or 7th series that we've done of this. And every time we do it, we grow. Denise, you muting people? Just double checking here. Denise, you got that? 1 second, everybody.
Yes, I'm just not able to mute Dan. And
Can I have my water, please?
You can have some water, Angie. We will get you some water. Don't worry.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's all good. By the way, if you're new, congratulations. We're all real people coming together Saturday mornings. We do this together. It's not perfection. It's not crazy. It's not like anything special. We're all just normal people doing above average things. Average people with above average desires. Denise, we good to go? Ready to rock? Oh, why Denise is getting that set up. Let me do a little housekeeping stuff real quick here. New people, there's a way you can draw on the screen. People generally figure out. If you could not do that, that'd be great. If there's not a line through your microphone right now, you're live on the call. Heads up, everyone can see you unless you mute your video. And by the way, it's all good. You East Coasters, you guys are already up. You've had your coffee. You're like put together like Kelly or Lindsay, whatever. You probably already got a bunch of stuff done. If you're on the West Coast, you probably haven't showered yet, and it's okay. We'll take you as you are. That's the whole point of this training together, is we get up, we get after it, because we're about advancing everything we want more of in our life. And the things we want take work. You're going to hear the hashtag a lot during the series, hashtag DTW, do the work, hashtag DTHW, do the heart work. And what we're going to do today is kind of set up the premise of this next little bit. So it looks like we're good on being muted. So I want to go over what to expect. So grab your notepad. We're going to share some stories, get us set up for the season ahead. and what's going to happen these next 6 weeks. So we already saw how many new coaches are in here. Those have been here before. You get it. That's why you're coming back, tuning in, continuing to invest in yourself. The best thing I love about what we do is we do 4 simple things. We acquire and support clients. We acquire and support coaches. Doesn't matter how far you want to go in this business, fast or slow. One, we are glad you are here, but it's just rinsing and repeating. If you want to go integrated presidential director, it's just going senior coach over and over and over again, then helping other people go senior coach over and over and over again. It really is the basics. So here's the promise. So getting you guys all set up with what to expect these next 6 weeks. First off, if you're brand new, like we promise to give you our all these next 6 weeks. So if you haven't yet, go to the Facebook group settings, plan on visiting that every single day, change the settings so you get all the notifications. This group is for people that want to grow personally, in their health, which I'll go over here in a second. We have kind of a cool little twist on that during this next 6 weeks. Let's see here. Susan, can you hear me okay? Okay. All right, cool. Just making sure. Grow their coaching, grow their income. Hallelujah. Amen. Can I get like an amen on the income? Can you believe Optavia pays us as well as they do for what we do helping people? I remember when I first got my first paycheck, I was like, we got paid this much for helping people? Suckers, I would have done it for free. Anyways, we're going to move forward on that. Grow in the ability to help others and just grow personally in every area of our life. We are like the people we surround ourselves with. That's why we did a separate group and you had to join in. Everyone here is making the commitment to grow themselves and elevate the people around it. So that's what we're doing over this next little bit. Let's see here. What you feed will grow and what you starve will die. So that's why we want to help just feed everything that you want to go well in your life. It's 6 weeks long. It's all in this private support page. We'll have trainings every Saturdays. Like I said, it's kind of the rock of every week. It'll be about 50 to 55 minutes on this call, and then we'll do little like follow-up things during the week that'll help you just keep the action going on the action steps. There will be additional things. Let's see here. There's going to be part of this group is that we want to invest in you for investing in yourself. So congratulations for investing in yourself. There'll be additional incentives, promotions, things that'll help you grow your business over this next little bit that'll be exclusive to you that tune in and elevate that want to grow this next little bit. We're going to show you how to help people. We're going to show you how to keep it simple. We're going to show you what all the people do that do this well. So all the trainers that train, we're going to have a bunch of different people do it. They all do the do. It's not people that are giving you theory. They actually do this stuff, and they're going to share with you their thoughts, their secrets. And here's the actual main secret is they all do the exact same thing. They've just been doing it longer. So with that being said, the twist on these 6 weeks, and this is where I'm going to ask another question, is we're going to really focus on elevating our own personal health. So this is for us to grow in all those areas. So drop me an I'm all in. And I want you guys to think about it. Don't just say it. Because half of success in anything for our clients, for ourselves, is making the decision. Are you guys all in to go all in on taking your health to the next level over these next 6 weeks? Okay, I see a lot of people saying all in. It's funny that I even ask because I can already see you guys sharing on Facebook. I already see like everything being elevated. I see you guys getting after it and hungry. But that's also another part of a growing business. And the things that we'll show you over these next 6 weeks, we're going to show you every piece of what creates a growing business. A growing business doesn't take much time. A transformational business where you're transforming lives doesn't take much time. We're going to show you how to do those things simply and easy and how to duplicate and how to create a ripple effect. And it does start with chasing our own health. We're going to do a little cool twist on this next little bit. We're also going to do a challenge for ourselves within these next 6 weeks. So anyone excited for convention? It's in how many days? Does anyone know how many days it is? Dawn, do you know?
I do. 117, and not that I'm counting down, but I am.
Yeah. All right. We want you there with us. Drop me a 3 in the chat if you are already registered or if you're already just planning on going to convention. Okay, cool. All right. You're going to like this. And for those that are brand new, just mark it in your calendars. We'll have a slide on that at the end of the training today. But here's the twist on this. Because we want you guys to invest in your health and that's our commitment to each other. We're going to keep encouraging people to move forward. We're going to give away 2 grand prizes of a free registration to convention. 1 for who has the most overall transformational journey, because we don't coach weight loss, we coach transformation. So that'll be up to the leaders of this group. So we'll have something at the very end. So we'll go over that because we also want to show you how to coach transformation. That's what we'll be doing during these 6 weeks. And then there will be 1 for who has the biggest weight loss percentage. So let's get after it. Looks like you are all in. Let the games begin, and that'll be fun. So I guess the last thing I'll ask you is I don't even know what number we're up to. Drop me a 4 in the chat if now that you know what we're up to these next few weeks, if you're all in for this season ahead. This sounds good, because that's what we're going to do. All right. It's going to be a good season. When you surround yourself with people like you guys, I'll just say one last thing here as we get into this, because next week, we're going to talk a little bit about sponsoring and what we're truly offering people. Before we hop into today, I just got to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys all so much. I have searched and wanted my entire life to be around people that wanted to elevate themselves, that wanted to be kind and around other people and wanted more out of their life. And I love OptiVia, not only because it gave me my family's health back, my health back. I've been able to help people, but it surrounds me with people that want more out of life. So I just want to thank you all for being part of our community today. So I think that's everything I'm actually here. One thing, I'm going to share one screen real quick here, and then I'm going to turn it over to some stories. And then Susan is going to drop some massive knowledge tips on how to finish the month strong. I hope you have your notepad, because it's going to be really good. And there's also going to be a fun twist on it at the end too. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. Susan, as I'm going through this, everything good so far? There's a lot of people on right now. I can't really keep track.
We're doing awesome. 400 strong this morning. So really exciting.
All righty here. Okay. So short PowerPoints here today. There's the last few things of this, of what to set up for the 6 weeks ahead. And then Dawn's going to go over like what's going to actually set you up, like what to take action on today before Susan goes over end of the month stuff. Number one is, guys, just be consistent. Stay consistent. I love this slide because it really is what happens. You know, as a new coach or as we move forward, sometimes we just like stop moving forward right before we see the biggest gain in what we're doing. So I love this slide because those that are consistent during this next little bit see the wins. Again, back to another thing here for those that are brand new, for those that have been here before, you guys know this slide. Everyone thinks success looks like a straight line, but honestly, success is a squiggly line. If you join in, stay consistent over this next little bit, it will look like the far right-hand side. And those squiggly lines, embrace them. It's where true expertise come from and massive breakthrough happens. Here is the other last thing. Skill set plus mindset plus action plus consistency is the recipe for success. So I want you guys to take a mental snapshot of this picture right here, because it kind of already started with some of you. Some of you are brand new. If you stay consistent, if you focus on your health, if you live out loud, there are so many people that need what we have. And we're going to show you how to look for those things, how to connect authentically, how to live a life that attracts people to think and believe that they can break through, and then we show them how to break through. It all just starts with just little drips. So this little slide here is basically just drips that you do during the month by being consistent, and then the clients that come in. And if you stay consistent, there's not one thing that massively grows your business, that massively helps people say yes. As you hear stories throughout these 6 weeks and have people train, it's not gonna be like, oh, I did this one thing and magically it blew up. You're gonna hear, I stayed really consistent for a long period of time and there wasn't one thing that I did that broke through. So what's really exciting is March and April tend to be really big months for those that have been consistent. So I'm encouraging you guys to just stay consistent over this next little bit. As you do that, it'll keep growing. After convention in July, we generally have a major big explosion too. Again, it'll be based off of the work that you do. But that's kind of why I put the emojis in there on that, is because like it's kind of hard to even comprehend where you can be 5 months from now by committing to being consistent. So with that being said, the last thing I want to show you guys is just encourage you guys to dream a little bit. You know, I had really honestly, like at a young age, oops, Denise, you got me, just someone off mute real quick. She's so on it. Thank you, Denise. Last thing, and then I'm going to turn it over to some stories. And so you guys can start dreaming, because Dawn's going to encourage you to have a goal here today. But when I got started, you guys, like even at a young age, like I really like honestly didn't dream about anything. I actually did kind of the opposite. Like I downplayed dreams. So here's just some of the incomes that you can focus on that are at the executive director level. And as you get started here, a lot of your guys' first goal is to move to executive director. I want you guys to kind of eyeball what stands out to you on this, what would light up your world if you were doing this by helping people, how it would bless you and the lives of the people around you, and kind of focus on this, because so much is possible if you do the work, giving away the gift of health, helping people, growing personally, income. You know, income generally doesn't follow, or generally follows personal growth and development. So I want to show you guys this to show you guys what's possible to dream big. And if you stay consistent, what can happen over time. So we'll do a whole separate training on that. We'll do a couple breakout things so you guys can spend more time on the things that speak more to where you're at in your business through this time. But again, our goal is to give you everything you need to grow and thrive. So with that being said, there's a few stories that we wanted to share today, just as we kind of get going. We could have shared a ton because all of you guys are killing. So props to all of you guys. But Dawn, did you want to bring on the first story? Because I think it's very applicable to this time of year and us starting the series today.
I sure do. And I'm so excited to introduce this couple because a lot of you probably seen them out there. She might be pretty awesome on Instagram, but I want to bring Tanya and Samuel Storino on because it was just, guys, right now in March that Tanya caught fire and went executive director for her very first month. And now a year later, they're celebrating so many things. I'm not going to steal because they're going to share all the things that they're celebrating, but the massive growth, personal, in your life, in your family, in your relationship, in your business, what's possible with this community and with our systems is mind blowing. So the fact that last year in February, Tanya was like, I remember she sent a message, where are all the people? What's going on? Like, I think I'm doing this, right? Like and then boom, the people started coming. And Tanya, Sam, I would love for you guys to come on. And Sam, I'm going to ask you first for one thing, you guys there? Can you guys unmute?
Yep, we're here.
Whoop! Okay. And we just, by the way, got to have so much fun with you guys on a big boat somewhere in the Caribbean. It was awesome. Love that we get to know people so well, as really become family. But Sam, what have you seen change? Because you really, I'm not even sure when Tanya got started, you were like, wait, what's going on? What are you doing? And so your guys' life has changed in the last year. What have you seen change because of this amazing opportunity? Oh, hang on, you guys. There you go.
I said, yeah, so what hasn't changed, I guess, is the question, because pretty much everything has changed. I mean, it started out as kind of like, a weight loss thing, and it was great. We lost 90 total pounds together, and we've maintained it now for over like a year and a half, I would say. But I mean, financially, the blessings that we've been able to pour into some of our family and friends, and just sharing the sharing Optavia and just the blessings of Optavia with some of our friends and family has been amazing. We've been able to double our income, bring our kids home from school. So Tanya stays home full time and homeschools both of our kids, which is huge for us. And I mean, I don't know, we've been able to fly out our friends from, across the country to come visit us, and when they're in need or whatever, go visit them and just do things that we weren't able to do with just an average American income, single person working. I would say that's probably like the biggest thing that I've noticed is just, pouring into other people and, just being able to bless others around us. That's one of the things that stood out to me the most.
I love your guys' heart. Seriously, living healthy and loving on the people and just blessing people all around. That's so cool. Thank you, Sam, because it's really cool to hear from your perspective. So Tanya, all right, girl, everybody wants to know, show a little bit of tips. Like, how did that happen? Like, you dove in and somewhere around a year ago, things started clicking. Share a little bit, like what clicked? What have you been doing?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing that just clicked was just staying consistent and realizing that consistency was key for sure. And not being afraid to, have my team, like my support team, help me and give me ideas, and that I'm not doing it alone, and that we are better together. So that really clicked. And also just, it's not about me, it's about other people. So if I'm helping other people win and whatever they want to do, get their health in order, make dreams happen, like helping other people, you're making me nervous. It's not about me, it's about them. And so just keeping that in the forefront of my mind always, like, and with my support team and consistency. Yeah. If you want to, I heard, you know, back in November when they said, if you want to build a business, you have to build people. And so.
That is some serious gold right there. And I love that, Tanya. And I have to say, you're naturally a shy person. In fact, both of you guys are like kind of naturally a little bit more shy. And so I think if anyone's sitting on the other side of this thinking, oh my gosh, well, Tanya's just out there, she's in social media. Like it's not about perfection. It's about progress, and it's about embracing who you are. And I have loved watching you guys. So thank you so much for sharing. That was absolute gold. Absolutely love it. Watch out. You guys have some amazing things because you are pouring into people and you are loving on people. You are helping others. You are building others. And this month and next month, watch out. These guys, we're going to be celebrating a lot. So Brad, I'm going to kick it back over to you.
Awesome. I love it. Congrats, Sam and Tanya. You guys are amazing. And yes, shy people unite. Like I couldn't barely talk to anyone when I started this. So wherever you're at, if you are just naturally introverted, congrats for you. But anyone, just make the decision. That's the biggest thing that we're going to encourage you today, is to make the decision to grow. And so that's why over these next 6 weeks, we'll have a lot more stories, because I don't know about you, but I feel like stories give us the power to have confidence in knowing what we can achieve ourselves and for other people. So thank you guys for sharing. We're gonna do one more here today. We'll do a lot more over these next 6 weeks, but wanted to have April pick Karen come on here real quick. Congrats, give her a shout out. New 3rd month qualified global director. April, just real quick on us as we kick off today, because Susan's gonna set us up for, hold on a second. Denise, you got the mute? Denise, you got the mute? All right. I think, guys, we've completely graduated to needing to do presenter mode. So next week we will probably do that. Anyways, all right, we're going to move quickly here because we want to get done on time for you guys today so we can get into the action steps. But April, you have an amazing story of health. You're probably one of the most coachable people I've ever met in my life. You're a joy to be around. New global director. You're just all about people winning. And I remember you were probably like a poster child for someone who's consistent and does the layout of what we're going to show over this next 6 weeks. Could you share just a little bit of tips on here, where you were before, where you are after, maybe one thing that clicked for you because I know you were scared when you started coaching if this would be something that you could do, and look at all the lives that have changed because of your decision.
Yeah, thanks, Brad, so much. It just has been the most remarkable journey for me. I cannot even begin to tell you. I still wake up every morning so grateful for this whole opportunity, starting with my health. And as we always say, we lead with our health. So when I started my journey, I also worked 3 jobs, 60 hours a week. I belonged to a million organizations. I thought I was way too busy to do this, to this coaching. But I did become a coach so I could keep myself accountable and make sure that I kept true to my weight loss. And then the more I helped people, the more I loved it, the more I embraced it. I think for the first 6 months, I was off to kind of a slow start because I really did not embrace the structure. I also just didn't have my schedule worked out. So when I worked with Lori Dufresne, my superstar coach, and figured out how to make those rocks in my schedule, how to put those things in there to be important, and found out that I really did have some pockets here and there to do the coaching, that's what made the shift. And then the other thing was I started coaching in February 4 years ago. I remember very specifically, it was August that we had a boot camp just like this. And I just decided, you know what, whatever the trainers say to do, that's what I'm going to do, because I wanted to be there. And that was the first time that I made executive director. And the way I treated the whole thing was I did not treat this as a 5-in-1-ish coaching. I treated it like this was something I wanted to accomplish. I wanted to have people get healthy. And I also did not like those jobs that I had. And back in the day, 20 years ago, I had a pretty high executive job in corporate America, making a 6-figure income. And that was 20 years ago. Age discrimination is real. I'm going to be 65, April 10th, by the way, just putting it out there. Anyway, and I'm super excited about it, Medicare. But anyway, I did not think there was any possibility for me to go any further than I already had. And I live in Southern California. It's very expensive living here. I was just barely making it with the 3 jobs. So once I embraced structure, I went to any convention that I could go to. And I know we're going to talk more and more about national convention, but guys, I'm serious. you don't register for national convention, this is a hobby. If you want it something real, I really encourage you to register today. Anyway, so I was able to quit one of my jobs, the primary job, which happened to be a very toxic job. And then I was able to quit the second one, and I'm back to that six-figure income. I'm beyond what I ever made in corporate America. And the only reason I'm telling you that is because I never thought it was going to be real. I didn't think that was going to be something I could do in a million years. And anybody, if you embrace the structure, if you work hard with your mentorship team, everybody can do it. Every single 433 of you on this call can do it. So anyway, just hope that gives all of you some hope, because I'm all about health and hope. And there you go. Thanks, Brad.
Awesome, April. The chat was blowing up. Happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday also to Tracy, Lynn, and Lori, by the way. Happy birthday to all you guys. Also, Tracy, sounds like you're going to give yourself the gift of executive director on your birthday too. Sounds like. Congrats. Anyways, real quick here, because I want to move quickly on here. But April, so good. Thanks for sharing that. And what's cool is because I get to work with you, and I remember when you made that decision and what came after that. And so hopefully that helps someone make the decision that they can believe and trust in themselves. And I just love that that victory for you comes from helping other people. When every time I talk to you, you're talking about what person is winning on your team, what you're seeing, how excited you are, who's having great health journeys. It's so fun to watch you. Thank you for your example. And thanks for sharing that story. I love it. All right here. So 2 more things that we're going to do today. Is this good? You guys can drop me a 5 in the chat, but this is filling your cup, because that's what we want to do today, is get you guys ready for the season ahead. We're going to do great things. We're going to accomplish great things for ourselves. And like you'll hear me say over and over again, if you guys just keep staying consistent, you have no idea what's possible and how great things keep getting. There'll be some stretching and growing. You can't get anywhere you want to go without putting the work in or growing, but the blessings that come from it are so great along the way. So Dawn is going to do, set us up, grab out your notepads. What does it really look like to go all in for this season? And then Susan's going to wrap us up with just what to do by the end of the month. So Dawn, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Absolutely, you guys. And I bet you all have your notepads out and you're ready, because you're like, tell me what to do. Like April said, love that April, and I hope you heard this, you guys. She had a desire and a determination to learn and to grow. She wasn't afraid to work with her mentorship team. She embraced the structure, and she was coachable and teachable. So those are keys. Write those things down and then dive in. Ask your mentorship team. Maybe even ask your mentorship team, hey, am I coachable and teachable? I ask Brad this all the time. Hey, am I coachable and teachable? And am I easy to work with? Because I have a desire to learn. And the thing that April shared there is that every single 440 people on here can do this, because it's not hard. Doesn't matter what your education was, doesn't matter what you did before this. What matters is, do you have a desire to live healthy and love on the people? So grab those notepads, because we're going to go over a couple of things. Number 1, Brad already said this, but we are going to empower you guys to break through in this next 6 weeks. So it's not just on Saturday mornings. It is all week long, and it is focused in the Facebook private page. So make sure you've got your notifications on for that. Make sure you're diving in there. It's just like our client support pages, you guys. Who's the most successful clients? The ones that engage, the ones that are reaching out to you, the ones that are celebrating their victories and they're asking their questions. So be in that mindset to be sponges through this next 6 weeks. Engage, dive in. The more you participate, the more you will get out of this. And so the page is where we are going to be pouring in all week. And so it's not just Saturday morning. So notifications on. Susan's going to talk about this a little bit too, but don't be afraid to turn off the distractions. The Voice is going to happen next season too. Candy Crush is going to be there when you're done reaching that next level of your goal. So I'm going to talk about 3 things, you guys, if you want to write this down. Number 1 thing to focus on, and Brad set us up so well and then upped the ante with some amazing prizes, is our own personal health journey. And I'm just going to invite you right now to take a pulse check. Where are you at on yours? You're a brand new coach. You're probably rocking your health journey. That's why you decided to become a coach. So stay there. Keep that fire. Keep that momentum, because you guys, those are the goods. That is what attracts people to you, is when you are on fire and you are living healthy, because then you can love on the people and bring them along with you. So where are you? And if you haven't reached your personal health goals, remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. And no matter, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I just want to let you know, I have Orange Theory scheduled right after this. For those of you who know me, working out is something that I have to lean into, but I am making a commitment. So right now, will you guys please, and I'm going to say 10 in the chat because I want like both hands up, all 10s, high five. Are you all in to say what's next for my personal health journey in this next 6 weeks? And wherever you're at, whether you are rocking 6-pack abs or that's what you want, or you want to dial in your body fat percentage, or you want more energy, you want better sleep, whatever it is, what's next for you? Make a commitment, draw a line in the sand, either get back on 5 and 1 if you want to drop body fat percentage, get back in the gym, message your support team, let them know, have that accountability, but it's your decision. It's your decision to take your health to the next level. And I just want to encourage you all, dive in with us because this next 6 weeks, if you just do that, your business will grow. And I saw in the chat, people are really wanting to help more people transform and grow your income. We are going to talk a little bit about business, a lot about business, a lot about income here, but let's really be clear on this. This is life-changing, like you heard April talk about, and Sam and Tanya. It is life-changing income because lives are changing. And it starts with us. It starts with our personal health. It starts with our commitment and our decision. And then the second thing is engage and integrate. And we'll talk about that. But really, just like a client who has great success on fat burn, they do it because they follow the system. So check your systems. Are you following the system? We have a super simple system. And like April was talking about, embrace the structure. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. Brad's going to do a great live on Monday about your map and some of the structure and the things that you need. But these are the things to do. Make sure that this 6-week boot camp is in your calendar. Do you have a calendar? Is Saturday morning blocked out for this? Do you have time set throughout the week to check into this Facebook page? Do you have a client celebration day? Do you have a follow-up Friday? Do you have your map? And do you use it? If you're a brand new coach, don't worry. Your mentorship team will show you that when you're ready for it. But if you're senior coach or above, that is the pulse of your business. Those are people's lives. Do you have a list? And are you using that? And most importantly, do you have a goal? And is it written down? And does your mentorship team know what that goal is? So for a lot of you guys on this, that goal is going to be blended executive director or some version of that. And like Brad said, it is the 5 and 1. It is fat burn for coaching. It is who are your next 5 clients? Who are the next 5 lives you're going to touch? And who's that one person that stands out to you that coaching would be a blessing for them right now? And if you have 5 new clients, there's probably 2 or 3 in there that are going to be coaches. So just know that and be able to like put those glasses on to see it. But that is really what it is growing your business incrementally. And we're going to do it together. And that takes having the structures, so your schedule and your map and your list, having a goal, making sure your support team knows about that goal, and then touching your business every day. We're going to talk about the 3, 3, and 3, but that's really you living out loud, falling in love with your own health journey, shouting it from the rooftops, bringing people along with you, posting. So one little thing to say before I kick it over to Susan is take a look at your last 9 posts that you've done on Facebook. Just do a little pulse check. Are you copying and pasting? Or is it you? Are you coming through in those posts? Are you putting your heart into it? Is there variety? Are you posting transformation pictures of people that you know? Have you done one of yourself lately? I'm not going to steal what Susan's going to talk about because she's going to drop the goods. But literally that's it, guys. Personal health journey on point. And I'm going to invite you, turn it up to level up in all areas of your life, of your business, of your health. Engage, be integrated, and participate in the next 6 weeks. Because if you make that commitment to be consistent and to show up, don't drop out on week 3 or 4. Don't do it. It's easy to do that. We've done lots and lots of these. And trust me, it'll be like, oh man, you make the decision to show up. And as you do, if you do the steps and you take the action, you're going to see the success. So live healthy, love on people. And we're going to show you the skill sets and the mindsets, and we're going to do the action together over the next 6 weeks. So that's it. I'm going to turn it over to Susan. Brad, do you want to kick it back to you first? And then, Susan. Take it away, Susan.
Good. Good morning, everybody. So awesome. Welcome and congratulations for being here. I get the gift to speak to you about the next 40 hours of your life. okay, what that's going to really look like. And I love that we're being called to really make a decision in our own personal health. And I'm going to really encourage you guys to really make that decision to go all in these next 40 hours. Now, no business is just built in 40 hours, but if you've ever done some awesomeness at an end of a month because your goal was great and you went a little above and beyond and did the scary stuff, and you now can see the benefits and you've reaped the benefits from that action, like later on, can you just drop me a yes, like in the chat? Like you can connect back the dots to being like, hey, when I did a little more, like went that extra mile where it's not crowded, I am now seeing like the benefits of that. And the goal here is that we want to be in action all month long, but those of you that have goals and you want to be, I was watching the chat. You guys want great things for your life and for others. Don't adjust your goal. It is way too soon to make that decision. Adjust your action now, these next 40 hours. I have seen people bring on 10, 12 clients in their last day of the month. I have seen people start a new coach and move that coach to senior coach in the last 24 hours of a month. I have seen it happen. I know it is possible. And so it's just really the decision that you're going to go all out after what you truly want. The month is not over until the skinny lady sings, guys. So this is truly the difference maker in your business, is focusing on what high leverage activities, like what can I do that's going to yield results ASAP? And I would encourage you to be doing these all month long. Okay. And I'm going to go over 7 things that, and this was a collective effort from the leaders of this group of like, what are things we can do today that we will actually see results of the high leverage things that move the dial forward in your business. Brad talked about the things that actually client acquisition and support, coach acquisition and support, like what actually contributes to that. And we will actually see things shift in the next 40 hours. And so this was a collective effort. And I chose not to do a PowerPoint because I just want to be eyeball to eyeball with you and make this more conversational. But I got you. I got your backs. I know some of you are like frantically writing down. I just want you to listen. Just want you to listen to the 7 things. And then I got a document for you. How many of you are like document people? And I'm going to post this in the page. It's going to go right in the file section. And it's going to detail out how, because some of you want help with verbiage and all that. I don't want you to get caught up in the minutia of this. I just want you to hear the 7 things and decide what resonates with you. Like, what could you do right here at 8 a.m. Pacific and get into action, okay? Don't overthink it. I also want you to pay attention to what scares you. What did I share that you were like, oh, not doing that one, okay? And we're not tackling that today, but those are the things I want you to, why I want you to pay attention is we want to get to the bottom of that over this next season, because everything you want is on the other side of what you're resisting most. So if you're in fear of whatever that may be, or doing a certain activity, you heard April, you heard, Sam and Tanya just say, I did, whether I felt like it or not, or whether it's not, they just did the action that was shared on these calls. And that's why they are there today. They're amazing people, but they're also nothing special in the sense of, please hear my heart, guys. I think you're amazing. But the point is they just did the work. They heard these things. They went and did them. They didn't overthink it, and they went into action. So I'm going to share what these are. And here's the thing. A quote from one of my favorite movies, may the odds forever be in your favor. So the more you do, right, the more likely you will have more results. So I'm going to give you 7 things. You can choose to do 1. You can choose to do 4. You can choose to do 7. But please err on doing them well and following through completely. So you may need to ask some family members and share with them your goals and say, you know what, I've got some big goals this month. I'm going to need a little extra time. I know it's a Saturday, Sunday, which personally, you guys, I think is the best time to be working our business. People are home. They're home. It's easy to get in contact with people, and people are on social on the weekend. So side note is just asking that, like, hey, you want buy-in from the people around you of what you're creating. This is a family integrated effort. So let them know. And like I said, the more you do, but also through the follow through is huge. Okay. Action step 1, and this is going to piggyback on what Dawn said of just going all in our health and sharing boldly, is updating your profile picture to a new before and after picture. So maybe you have had one that's been out there floating around, which is awesome, but there is something really fresh about people seeing a new perspective, a new before that maybe you haven't shared before. So think back to like when you cropped yourself out of all those pictures, what wedding was that? What vacation was that? And maybe you don't have any more of those photos, but guess what? Your brother does. So you may need to message him today and say, hey, like, do you have any pictures of me from your wedding? My brother was very helpful for me on those fronts. And what's so great is you can share, hey, I stumbled across this picture from this vacation a few years ago, or I stumbled across this picture, and then share a picture of you today of just bright smile, what's going on really well in your health, and say, thankful for the habits of health and the transformation, my community, my coach. Keep it short and sweet, but share a new, fresh perspective of a before and after. I always sharing our own personal story is where the most relatedness happens and the most engagement happens. So, and then you're going to follow up on all the likes and comments, just like a launch post, right? You're just doing another mini launch for yourself. Okay. Action step 2 and 3 have to do with a post you can make right here when this is over. First is, and if you've done this post before, comment in the thread and say, yeah, give me what are we up to, Brad? 6? Give me a 6. If you knew you couldn't fail, how much weight would you want to lose between now and summer? And then you give people the A, B, C, D, and kind of, 20 pounds, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. And I actually have it. It's all here in the document. You can copy and paste it. Okay. What that does is it gives you an opportunity to comment to those people like, hey, I'd love to help you, or let's set up a time to connect. And again, I give you all the verbiage of how you follow up with them and what you would message them, okay? And this is just gonna give you an opportunity for people that are looking to create health in their life, and setting up appointments for health assessments today, okay? So that's one option is a post. Option 2 is a post is saying this, okay? And I'm excited to see how this just transpires for you. I'm taking my health to another level this next season. Who wants to join me? That's it. Put it out there. Why? Accountability for you. Then I saw how many of you said you were all in on that. So put it out there. See who's commenting. Here's who's going to comment. It's going to be people that you didn't even know. They're like, yeah. And then you message them and go, hey, like let's be accountability partners. Again, I give you verbiage on what you can message people, but really it's just, hey, do you have a plan, or do you want to connect and go over your goals? I mean, I guarantee people are that is just going to fuel the fire. You're also going to have clients that are not integrated connect, which is awesome because you can say, hey, let's take 5 minutes today and circle up and get you back on track. And you connect with them today. And those are those clients that are bumping their order, or their orders have really dwindled down to nothing. And through that conversation of reconnecting, just confirming, hey, let's get your favorite fuelings back on board. Let's get you back on track with what you need to be successful. And you see how what you need to your goals, there may be some people that just need that little connection point to join you as you go take your health next level and reintegrate with them, okay? So you can take that same message. And I remember when Doug Wood did this, Brad and I were kind of talking about it. I'm like, if you remember it and I remember it, it must have been powerful. But he messaged out like that, but he also messaged to like friends and family, hey, I'm taking my health to the next level. Like, do you want to join me? Or like, do you want to do this together? I'm stepping up my next health to my health. Wanted to invite you to join me. You in. Something like that. You can message all the people you're following up with and create connection that way. You can also message those non-integrated clients and just say, hey, I'm doing this next season. I wanted you to invite you to join me. Like, you in. Guys, get it? Like, that will take, you could go, that's so simple and a very easy way. So 2 post ideas of what you can do following this call. Okay, 4, 5, and 6 are all about, expanding your spheres of influence. So first, number 4, asking your clients that are doing well to share their success on their personal page. Okay, you guys, this is magic. And it's just, and what I have the verbiage of how you would ask. And then also make sure you give them verbiage of maybe what to post. Say, you just have to copy and paste it. So when they start sharing and they tag you, again, it's like a mini launch on their site that you follow up with. Okay, so that's option 1. Option 2, for the clients that don't want to post their success, you could ask, well, would you be willing to share my story? They could share your story on their page. You can also ask friends and family that aren't clients, that are just your cheerleaders in life. Hey, would you be willing to share my story? I have all the verbiage on how to reach out. So don't get caught up on that. Just who could you ask that just wants you to succeed and just loves and supports you? Hey, would you be willing to share like my story on your Facebook page? Okay. So here's the beauty of these things is people see your clients, your friends and family, the amount of interest and how a story inspires. And so it gives you the opportunity to say, hey, like I would love, do you see all those people excited to get healthy? I would love to help them, but you want to explore like, coaching them together? Do you see how this is a way to help someone see the vision of supporting other people and the impact of their story? They start coaching and they already have a launch post and potentially 5 or more clients ready to get started. Okay. So those are powerful ways to get the word out. Okay. Number 6 is to go live. And I know I just lost some of you. It's like, Anya, you're going to say that one. This is the one I'm scared of. Here's what's so cool about live is it goes high in the algorithms. Facebook loves lives. They're going to show your live to more people because they know it keeps people on their platform. That's why they're so powerful. I would say go live today. Take 1 minute of why you want to be a health coach. And I'm going to stretch you to an idea of starting to add people into your lives, like sharing your before and afters and your testimonies of your clients live. Hey, would you be willing to share your story on my live? And you add them in and you maybe ask them a couple questions of, hey, share with me where you were at, what made you reach out to me and get started on your health journey? And then where are you at today? People love like a real, like interactive, like people will watch that because it's real people. It's not just a picture. It's like real people sharing their transformation. Okay. So here's some magic for you is how many of you have a coach, you can just blink, that's just feeling stuck. They don't know how to get into action. They're scared of a live. So this is where you take the bull by the horns and you help them share their story. So you're like, hey, later today or today, like I would love to go live and like interview you or have you share your story on my live. You can tag them in your live and it will show up on their page. And now they're sharing their story on their page, but you're the one leading it. Okay. So what could be really cool, because this is not just about action at the end of the month, this could be action all April, is what if you did a live today? I'm just throwing an idea out here. Do you like off the top of my head? You share what, that why you're a health coach. And then later today you do a live, sharing a story of one of your clients. But maybe today on your first live, you say, for the next 7 days, I'm going to go live and share stories of some of the clients I'm working with. So you can see just the variety of people's goals and how people are transforming, just to hopefully inspire you to take the next steps in your health. You preface your sphere that you're going to be doing this. People will tune in. You guys like that? So an idea for you. You can run it at any time, but I'm telling you, lives are powerful. Last but not least, because I know I'm running out of time, is just offer a scholarship. I'm not going to go into all the details. Work with your support team on all of this. Just let them know, hey, here's what I'm choosing from. Here's some, ask any questions there for sure. But scholarships can be a great reason. Now, here's the thing. I don't feel I need to offer a scholarship. The value is there. But I do note at the top of a health assessment, if I felt money was their obstacle. It's not my obstacle. maybe their obstacle to getting started. And so offering a scholarship can be a little carrot to dangle to help people just choose themselves and say yes. And so I have some verbiage about how I like to reach out. I like to make people feel special. I like to make it feel personal, and create a little urgency. I was gifted 2 scholarships, 2 $25 scholarships to utilize before the end of the month. I thought of you first, and I wanted to reach out because you'd shared you wanted to, be at your, fighting weight before your wedding day, whatever it was. Go personal and say, maybe this is a sign. Are you ready? So you're reaching out and keeping it personal. Okay. So this will go, guys, in the page, no worries. Which ones resonate with you? And here's what I just want to leave you with. The world and the universe, okay, it doesn't give you what you just asked for or what you just said as a goal or what you think about, okay, or what words you say. It's going to give you what you demand with your action, okay? So whatever you demand with your action, that is what you will reap. And so take these actions today. Don't overthink it. Go out there, and actions are not reserved for the end of the month. I mean, go all in, but keep it going. It will build March, but it will build April, and it will build May, and you'll be like Tanya and Sam talking a year from now because you went all in last year. Okay, so that's my encouragement to y'all. With that, I'm going to pass it back over to Brad to kind of give you some tips to finish up strong too, and like some action steps for the week and what we have planned for you. Or not. Brad, are you in, or Don?
I know Brad's trying to, he's going to unmute himself in a second. That was incredible. You guys, I don't know about you, but I took tons of notes. Yeah, 10 years in, still getting schooled. Just going to say, always want to learn.
Well, it brings us back to today. Sorry, there's so many people on that my computer was like slow and I couldn't find the mute button. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here, and congratulations for investing in yourself. I'm going to resist the urge to say a million like amens to what Susan said. Part of what we want to give you as we kind of wrap up and get into the action of this week and finish of this month, over the next few weeks, this is what we're going to give you. We're going to give you, but we're also going to give it to you step by step so you learn the flow and it pieces together. We're not going to hit you all over the place. We're going to hit you with step by step what's going to grow your business, what's going to help you be a transformational coach, what's going to help you be consistent, and what's going to help you do little things like this. We're also going to come back with different lives throughout the week so that we can come back and you can ask more questions, because I have a million questions for Susan's. So we can come back and kind of explain the mindset behind it. So here's what I just want to leave you guys with here today. All right, now that you were crazy enough to stay with us this whole time, crazy ones are the ones that do great things. Drop me a 1 in the chat if you're in for this season, if you're ready to dream big, if you're ready to change lives. All right, Denise, you got that person that needs to be muted? There we go. All right, guys, as we wrap up here today, so many people are looking for us. It's so easy. The difference is how consistent we are connecting, all the things Susan talked about with here. And these are the things that we're going to show you over this next little bit. So I'm seeing the chat right now. Sounds like everybody's in. Connecting. I want to just show you guys. I'm going to come back to your one last thing here as we wrap up here. I want to go back to that slide that I showed you guys a second ago. Hold on a second here. Is this right here? This one right here is the magic. Like if you do what Susan was talking about, Dawn was talking about, the nuggets that Tanya dropped, April, this is what it looks like consistently. And April's nodding her head because she knows what that looks like. That's what we're going to do. So, and then Tim in the chat, you asked what's integrated. Integrated is we look at it from coaching and we look at it from clients. It means getting fully enveloped into the things that we know are going to create success for coaches. That's what we're talking about, getting all plugged in. That's what Don was talking about for you guys for the season, because we know what will happen for you if you do that. And just like clients, like we know if they get on plan, if they plug in, if they take our phone calls on Wednesdays, which they do, if they get on the Habits Health calls, they're going to create massive transformation. And most importantly, are they going to make the decision for their health? That's what we're looking to help people do here. So with that being said, next week, on Monday, so next Monday, we're gonna break down start of the month. So put that in your schedule. 10 a.m. on Monday, Pacific Standard. I'll have Susan on with me to answer a few more questions on the mindset, because we'll just continue that action. We'll set up the month with our map. And for those that are really curious about some compensation, what things actually just make the difference in changing more lives, we will show you how to set up the month of April. Like with what do the pros do? What are the Aprils of the world do? What does Susan do at the start of the month? Because there are no secrets in this. Everyone just does the same things and we do them together. Our promise is to not only show you how to be a transformational coach, grow, support you and grow together, but show you all the ins and outs and mindsets of a growing business. So, and again, back here, we're just happy you're here, fast or slow. If you're here and committed, you will see growth, and we are just glad you're here with us. So with that being said, we're going to post a takeaway in the page. Please go there and say your biggest takeaway. Let us know that you're committed for this season. Susan will post that in your page. My biggest encouragement is take this last 48 hours and do everything you can. Do all those reach outs. Invite people to take their health to the next level. Do everything we talked about today. And we will also put up the 5 things that Dawn talked about to get set up as we start the season, because I see that a lot of people asking in the chat. So with that being said, you guys, let's see here. I already went past this. Here are the steps for this week. Make the decision, go all in, turn up your health, dive into integrated action, send your map over and goals as we start the month, commit to progress over perfection over this next little bit. Stay tuned, stay with us. We've got a lot of very fun things that we're going to do out this month. And I'm looking forward to you guys blossoming, helping more people, accomplishing goals, dreaming big, believing in yourself over this next season. So with that being said, guys have a great Saturday. Susan, Dawn, anything you guys want to add as we wrap up today?
Can you go to the next slide?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dawn. Totally forgot about this last one.
My favorite slide, guys. Countdown to the next time we all get to be together.
Yeah, go for it. Talk about it.
No, just 117 days. Okay, guys, really quick though, which Brad, you might have already done this. Will you put a 1 in the chat? Because that's how important it is. Number 1, if you are already registered and on board for convention. And if not, put a 2 if you're like, I am on it. I will go today. There is a website. You can register. It is seriously, you guys, convention is amazing. It's a game changer. And if you're thinking about bringing your spouse, I'm just going to go ahead and say, bring them. It's amazing. It is where Brian saw the vision of the integrity and the heart of this company. And it was like 8 years ago, and it changed a lot for us. So 117 days, guys, I cannot wait to see you. If you got questions about it, reach out to your support team. If you're wondering if it's the right fit for you or how you can make it work, just the obstacle's the way. You will not regret it if you do. Like, push through, make it work, find a way to get there yourself, and who is coming with you. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say is the countdown is on.
All right, Susan, last thoughts on everything here today?
I'll ditto convention. I feel like we had that same, honestly, you guys, people are asking, where do I find the list? I'm going to post it into the Coffee Consistency page. And here, you should, when it comes to action, there should always be something you're in action that you're following up with. Like, these are things you can do consistently, not just these last 40 hours, but consistently. And with convention, you guys, it's not a question of, just ask yourself, do you want to go? That's really the question. Do you want to go? And then before you make an excuse or reason or whatever you feel you have, because it's like, do you want to go? If you do, start there and we can find a way. The obstacle is the way. So what do you need? I know for us, childcare was a big thing. Finances, but hey, we have 4 months to help you pay for convention and then some. That cannot be an obstacle this early on. It's just, do you want to go? If you have the desire to go, we will find a way to get you there. So start with that, make the decision. So excited, you guys. It's gonna be a fun 6 weeks. So Brad, let's wrap this puppy up.
That's it, everything you guys that we covered today, we'll do a recap in the page. That's where everything's going to be over this next little bit. Go take action right now on that stuff. Finish up this month strong, and we kick off the month Monday. See you there. Commit to this season. Commit to being consistent. Believe in yourself. Feed what you want to grow this season. Starve what you want to die. Believe in you guys. It's going to be a great season ahead. All right. Have a great Saturday, everyone. Let's finish up the month strong. Congratulations again.